We got a new video about Jimmy Havilo when you accidentally break a world record. Don't know how that happens, but I mean, I've probably done it a couple times in my life. But hey, man, it was on accident, so I don't probably have that recorded. Is that Chris Middleton? What? See what's going on in this video. This could mean about maybe breaking world records that they don't know about.
Did y'all see that? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not the furthest dunk ever?
No, you're wrong.
There's been
MJ's
hundreds
was.
of athletes who've dunked from the free throw line, many of which were done on camera for the world to see. But none of these dunks were from this far out. So we just witnessed the longest dunk ever recorded, and it came from
was
a guy
MJ.
who wasn't even a basketball player.
Mike Conley.
In fact, this dunk occurred back
Bro, he's a bad. Yes, he is. Mike Conley.
1992 in a dunk
This is the
contest
Jazz,
where
bro.
None of the contestants were basketball players.
Oh man, this is gonna get me a little angry.
All
Hopefully,
really good
not.
athletes. A couple baseball players by the name of Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr.
Giants
might be
guy.
familiar with those guys, and a few football players, including a guy named Chris Carter
Okay.
and another by the name of Michael Irvin.
Yo, he was
I've
on
seen many dunk
Stephen A's
contests,
thing.
but you've never seen one like this.
Let's see if he's right. Maybe I
Today's
have it.
video is sponsored by Raid
Oh, we're
Shadow
gonna skip
Legends.
this
If you
part.
haven't
Sorry,
heard it yet,
everybody.
you know what?
It's just not what I clicked on a video for.
The 2022 dunk contest was well, let's just say it wasn't very good.
Well, I mean, I can't say that because none of those dunks I can do. Like, none of those attempts I can't get up that high. If this was a 3-point contest and it was just as bad, hey, I have the right to complain. But since I can't do these dunks, I don't have the right to complain. So I have to say, hey, man, they did the best they can do.
Jason Richardson.
I can't jump that high. I can't do that. It's fine. Like, I can't even put the ball through my legs like that. But I mean, I can make 33 pointers in a row.
You know what? Who am I kidding? This year's NBA dunk contest was atrocious. No stars, so many failed attempts that I was actually wondering if the network was going to go to a commercial break in the middle of an alley-oop, and NFTs and Timberland boots as dunk props.
Oh, I have those.
I never, ever thought I'd see the day where a skills challenge was more entertaining than a dunk contest. And yet, here we are. But I'll cut these
I think the
guys
missed dunks attempts were actually pretty entertaining, more than the skills
slack,
challenge.
because honestly, the bar has been set extremely high. We've seen just about everything there is to see in the world of dunking, with the internet and social media providing us with every dunk and angle and prop and athlete imaginable. I suppose it's next to impossible to really impress fans these days. I am being dead serious when I say last week I saw a man pull off a double East Bay on my Instagram feed, and I wholeheartedly was kind of impressed for a moment, and then I kept scrolling. That ain't right. We are spoiled with endless amounts of crazy basketball content 24/7, so these days you gotta get creative with what you bring to the table. And when it comes to the NBA Slam Dunk Contest, I really don't know how much crazier things can get. Which is exactly why the NBA needs to implement an entirely new system to the age-old event. A new variable to the Slam Dunk Contest that I think would make things infinitely more interesting.
Let's see what you
Something
got.
that we've actually seen before, way back in the late 80s and early 90s.
Huh. 88?
Back in 1988, Foot Locker had a stroke of genius when they thought to themselves,
Bro, is that
"Hey,
Hank Pym?
what if we had a slam dunk contest, but without any basketball players?" Brilliant. Introducing the Foot Locker Slam Fest, featuring all your favorite athletes doing something they don't usually do. Now, the first Foot Locker Slam Fest was back in 1988, but other than a mention of the event in future broadcasts, I can't find a single article or video on the contest, so we're just gonna act like it didn't exist. Is this historically accurate? No. Do I care? No.
89.
1 year later, Foot Locker brought back the Slam Fest and all of its greatness, and immediately some of the biggest names in sports.
Yo, Mike Conley, how old is this guy? He's been in the NBA forever.
Hall of Famer, and that one player I used to absolutely trash my brother with in NFL Street, Eric Dickerson, was one of the
Oh, I heard
contestants. The multi-sport legend Deion Sanders also
Yeah,
took
Deion
part in the
Sanders lives up the road from
contest, adding
me.
to the list of athletic feats he can do.
No, I'm not joking. Like 100%, he
One of the
actually does.
greatest track and field athletes of
We,
all time, Carl Lewis,
I don't want to
was
like
also
give
competing
anything
that
away
night.
or anything,
In
but I
just
mean, I
its
went to his
second year,
house.
the Slam Fest
Like I didn't
brought
meet him or
some of the
anything.
biggest names in sports.
But
This
I
name
mean,
right
I went to his
here
house the
may
other
look
day.
familiar. Mike Conley.
Well, when I mean the other day, I mean like the
From
other month.
Utah Jazz, but his father, Mike Conley Sr. Mike was an absolute.
Man,
freak
how
of a
old
man,
is Mike Conley?
But more on him in a little bit. This Slamfest was a totally new concept. It was fresh, there was $50,000 in prize money on the line, and it was commentated by Ahmad Rashad and the Wilt Chamberlain. If only the dunks were as awesome as the concept itself, maybe we'd have heard of this event sooner. In the following year, the Slamfest made its third go-around with a few new faces. One of them being long jump world record holder Mike
Never
Powell,
heard of
who
this
stopped
guy.
out to show off his alien-like jumping ability. The fans were loving it, the energy was electric, the Slamfest was a thing of beauty. One year, Olympic weightlifter slash strongman slash your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, Mark Henry, joined in on the
Never
action.
heard of him.
Now, Mark is and was a very large man. At 6'3", 370 pounds, Mark might just be the widest human being to ever dunk a basketball. I mean, the dude spent his days moving 1,000 pounds of weight on his back.
Man.
So I guess dunking a basketball was the least impressive thing he did that afternoon. Look at this man palm this basketball like a grapefruit.
Needs an 8.8 to advance to the finals. What a story that would be if he were to get into the
Heaviest dunker
I
ever.
am thoroughly impressed and equally
How'd he
terrified.
get up that
Here's something
high?
You don't see in any other dunk contest.
Imagine him
Barry
falling on
Bonds
his
using
ankle.
A can of
Ugh.
Stickum to grip the ball better. Completely legal in this dunk contest. One year, the event even featured a boxer. You truly never knew what you were going to get in the Foot Locker Slamfest. But in 1992, Foot Locker really pulled out all the stops to bring in some of the biggest names in all of sports.
Interesting.
Barry Bonds, Deion Sanders, Mike Powell, Mike Conley Sr., Chris Carter, Derek Thomas, Michael Irvin. All of these incredible athletes showing up to a dunk contest for $50,000 and bragging rights. And what were the
Interesting.
results
You
of
know,
this
that would
star-studded
actually be
contest
cool
was?
nowadays.
Well, in the first
Seeing different people that aren't in the NBA, you know, dunk the ball, and they probably have so many more expanding like options, I believe, that they can probably choose now.
Okay,
That'd be pretty cool.
round, Ken Griffey Jr. was eliminated by former Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown. Oh, and by the way, this dunk earned Griffey a 9 out of 10 from the judges. Don't worry, it gets better. Next, long jumping legend Mike Powell faced off against all-pro linebacker Seth Joyner. This matchup was a foregone conclusion before it even began, because Mike Powell is one of the greatest jumpers the world has ever seen. In fact, to this day, Mike holds the long jump world record in track and field, and he set that record just months before this event. How far did Mike leap? Well, here's the free throw line at 15 feet out.
Okay.
Here's the high school three-pointer. Here's the NBA
High school threes, 99, NBA 320. Okay, so yeah, we practiced like at a 22, I think.
nearly 24 feet
College.
out. And all the way out here is Mike's world record long jump in the summer of 91. 29 feet, 4.5 inches. Mike was a human cheat code, and he breezed through the first round of this competition.
That's impressive.
Next was American volleyball player Adam Johnson against arguably the greatest baseball player ever who couldn't get into the Baseball Hall of Fame, Barry Bonds. And, Bonds won this round. Deion Sanders
Boy, that
advanced
guy
to the
can't
next
even
round
dunk.
after
Why is he
defeating
there?
Mariner pitcher Eric Hansen. And on the other side of the bracket, the NFL nearly had a clean sweep with Rob Moore, Chris Carter, and Michael Irvin all advancing to the next round, joined by Mike Conley. And this is where things really heat up. In the second round, we have quite possibly the most 90s looking picture I've ever seen in my life. Barry Bonds versus Deion Sanders in a dunk contest.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it!
If I go down, man, I'm gonna go down trying. I don't say I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna try. I don't know about confidence right here. He tries to clown everyone. Last year he said
You don't have confidence. Is he gonna go in?
He did fairly well. Look at him right here. Oh yes!
Hey.
And he says, I love it.
That was pretty nice.
And after Deion
One
missed
bad.
both of his attempts, Bonds advanced to the semifinals.
Oh,
At the
wow.
end of the bracket, Mike Conley threw down one of the better dunks of the competition with this double pump reverse jam. And after seeing
That was
this man
nice.
jump, it's crazy to think that his son is a 15-year NBA vet while being
Mike
half the pure athlete his father was.
Conley can
And so
dunk.
the championship round came down to the best long jumper in the world against the best triple jumper in the world. The dunk that secured the victory was the longest dunk you've ever seen in your life.
Let's see.
Jim Valvano, and Conley has posted a 9-9.
Regina Conley looks a little bit worried, but she really shouldn't be. Her husband's in an enviable position. We've already stated only a 10 can beat him. Right? And he has
Only a 10 can beat this guy.
spectacular. He'd like to
It's gonna happen.
behind the foul line. Is he gonna do it? Can he do it? Yes, he does.
Now, like many of you, I've seen a lot of
That was
dunks
alright.
in my life, but never have I seen someone dunk from this far out.
Bro, MJ did
Every
that.
NBA game, every NBA and non-NBA
Look,
dunk
bro, you
contest,
just showed it.
you will not find a dunk further than this. In fact, from what I've seen, all of the furthest dunks caught on camera are from guys who didn't even play in the NBA. Former college hooper Alex Austin is one of few to actually dunk from behind the free throw line, but he was just slightly behind it. Not as far as Conley. We gotta find something further. Here's a dunk from former
MJ.
world-class high jumper Jim Dilling. A dunk from a couple inches outside the free throw line. Incredibly impressive. But still, Jim didn't take off as far as Conley did. We gotta go further. And I think I found the closest thing. A dunk from another world-class high jumper named Jordan Wessner. Wessner is an
Interesting.
insane athlete who posts some incredible jumping feats on his Instagram.
Huh.
From videos of him jumping over cars, to a video of him almost touching the rim from damn near the three-point line, to this video
Wow.
of a free throw line dunk as far as we've ever seen.
That might be edited,
Absolutely
you know.
insane. Whose dunk was further? Mike's or Jordan's? It's hard to tell. but
Jordan's.
I'm gonna give the edge to Mike, which means that from what I can find, the longest dunk ever recorded took place in a dunk contest with no NBA players by a world-class
I think it was
triple
Jordan, in
jumper
my opinion.
who
It has to
now
be. It's
plays
Jordan.
in the
He
NBA.
was the original to do
This
it. Gotta give it
is
to
why
him.
we love sports. Now, for a moment, can we all imagine if the NBA were to create an event like this during All-Star Weekend? They could do some sort of tournament.
Yo, wait, hold up a second. I want to see.
Versus all the other sports.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my opinion on what would happen. I'm gonna move my thing. I'll give you my opinion on who would win this. Okay, Zach LaVine or Obi-Wan Kenobi Toppin. I'm giving that one to LaVine. Toppin won it, but LaVine's amazing. Anthony Edwards or Cole Anthony, easily Anthony Edwards. Derek Jones or John Morant. Bro, that's tough. Yo, that's tough. I'll give it to Miles Durant. I think he'll do something insanely incredible. Derrick Jones will do something close, but I mean, he can do those like close dunks. Miles Bridges or Jonathan Kuminga. I'll give it to Miles Bridges. Miles Garrett or Jalen Ramsey. Miles Garrett. Mookie Betts or Dustin Johnson. Mookie Betts. OBJ, Tyreek Hill. OBJ is a lot taller. I don't know if Tyreek can dunk. Noah Lyles or John Carlos Stanton. I'll give it to Stanton. So it's Stanton, OBJ. It'll be OBJ probably. Mookie Betts, Miles Garrett, OBJ, Miles Garrett. So we got LaVine versus Edwards. I'm going to give it to Anthony Edwards. John Morant or Miles Bridges. I'm going to give that to John Morant. So it's John Morant and Anthony Edwards. I'm going to give that to John Morant. And I'll give this one to Miles Garrett. John Morant versus Miles Garrett. In the finals, it's Miles Garrett, in my opinion, is going to win this.
And then at the ends, have the last two contestants face off for a shot to win a prize. Let's say $500,000 and a trophy to take home. This would be amazing. Both the NFL and MLB are in their off season, so you know they'd be available to participate in the event. And quite possibly the best part, the league in which the winner of the event plays in gets to have bragging rights and the trophy for a year. Could you imagine if a baseball player won the World of Sports dunk contest and the MLB got to keep the NBA Slam Dunk trophy for a year? It would be madness. Sure, the NBA would probably walk away victorious damn near every year, but who wouldn't tune in the off chance that some
Devontae Adams
running
gonna dunk,
back
bro.
goes out in East Bay and goes home with the crown? Imagine if we had a dunk contest event during All-Star Weekend that looked like this, with NBA players and NFL players, MLB players, a track athlete, a boxer, screw it, throw in a golfer. You could not convince me that this event wouldn't be the most watched and entertaining event during All-Star Weekend. Maybe the
Is he gonna
idea
fill
of
it out?
Using a dunk contest to guys who aren't even basketball players would light a fire under some of the best players and dunkers in the league. At the very least, we would all get the chance to see something that we've never seen before.
Exactly.
That sure as hell beats NFT necklaces as dunk props. Hope you all enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, just we want to see something that's
Until next
new,
time.
and there's gonna always be something that's new, even though maybe it seems like there isn't gonna be. There's always gonna be a chance. Like, come on. All right, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching.